that they've created for themselves.
Well, what you're talking about here is a case example of all politics are local. And what I'm seeing here is that one of the failures of the Evergreen Alliance was maybe not to understand the nitty-gritty politics involved in these kinds of waste management and incinerator issues. And what would you say that the environmental movement needs to learn along these lines about what you're talking about?
Well, that's getting into having to deal with the political nitty-gritty of it is really extremely important, and perhaps people have been too. It's not enough to simply make the right argument. You have to open up the political viability of being able to do the right thing, so to speak. And so sometimes the Macomb County case is a good one that's for the current situation, and the Detroit Incinerator is a good one in the current case as well, is that we have constantly tried to argue to the city officials in Detroit, okay, we understand that the environmental concerns are not your top priority. We understand that the financial side of it is your top priority, and we also need to make the argument that here's how you can make political gain out of doing the right thing. That's why we continue to talk about the potential for the creation of jobs. We continue to talk about how the mayor could actually look great at being able to reduce this $300 trash fee because he's lowered the cost of waste disposal by going to an alternative that's actually less expensive. So, trying to make those political arguments in addition to the technical arguments. I've made the argument that there are going to be new regulations on incinerators from the Environmental Protection Agency. There's going to be new requirements because of CO2 as a global warming gas. There's going to be new requirements for methane from landfills, that they have to invest in an alternative, and that they can make a positive political position for themselves out of doing the right thing at the same time. But the key thing is that they're going to have to rethink who their, it's the financial interests, frankly, that they're going to have to rethink what those financial interests mean. Are they willing to jump away from the old technology of disposal and have the faith that they can make new political and economic partners in these new areas? The manufacturers that are going to come in to make use of the recycled content is currently an unknown potential partner with the city, whereas they have these long-standing financial interests with these existing partners, and it's about having the courage to actually being willing to step to something new.